Hello everyone, this is Shiki. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel and blog. Today's card was inspired by this hand wash in my kitchen. I was looking at this bottle the other day when I was washing hands, and I thought this would be a great holidays card design. A shimmer red background and a white heat embossed sentiment with some pink red flowers, green leaves, and some white snowflakes here and there. I just thought it would work perfectly. So for my front panel, I chose this Poinsettia cardstock from Paper Source. This is a limited edition cardstock last year for Christmas season. If I cannot find the exact one, I will put down another one in the description box that's similar to this. And for the flowers, I chose this PETITE Poinsettia stamp set from Sunny Studio and the coordinating die set to create some poinsettia flowers and leaves to go with the red shimmer cardstock background. So this stamp set have number code on it to help you to figure out which one you should stamp first, like 1A, 1B, 1C. However, I decided to go with the most solid image first for the flower, which is 1C. I'm using my mini Misty stamping tool today to save some time, but you can definitely use acrylic block to do the stamping. And if you have questions about how to line up each layer, I suggest you to head over to Sunny Studio website. They have a key for this particular stamp set on how to line up each layer, so hope that will be helpful. I chose the Hero Arts Red Royal ink to stamp on the second layer for the larger poinsettia flowers, which is 1B. This is a nice red color. However, later on I decided to go back to double stamp the image to make the red color a little darker. For the detail layer of the larger poinsettia flower in the stamp set, which is 1A, I chose Hero Arts Raspberry Jam dye ink to double stamp it to give the flower more depth. And now we're moving on to the smaller poinsettia flowers in the stamp set. I will again start from the most solid image 2C. I stamped two poinsettias with Long Fawn Peachy Kin, Wild Rose, and Guava dye ink to create two peachy color poinsettias. I also used Long Fawn Bubblegum, Plastic Flamingo, and Guava ink to create two pink color poinsettias. For the center of the flowers, I use Hero Arts Hybrid Green Apple ink to do some second generation for the solid layer. I stamped it twice to give a little depth, but still a very light color. And for the detailed layer of the center for the flowers, I stamped directly on the paper with some Hero Arts Hybrid Green Apple ink. So if you really don't have that many different colored dye inks, you can either do some second generation stamping or double stamping or even triple stamping to create different shades of colors with only one ink. So for the leaves, I again only use one ink color, Hero Arts Hybrid ink in pine color. For the solid layer, I ink it up once, and for the detail layer of the leaves, I ink it up 3 times to achieve a darker color. I then white heat embossed the sentiment Season's Greetings from Simmons' Stamp Big Scripty Holiday Greetings stamp set onto the Poinsettia red cardstock from Paper Source with some Hero Arts white heat embossing powder. Then I used 3 different size stars images from Simmons' Stamp Merry Tree stamp set to add snowflakes here and there on the front panel. So I did cut out all the flowers and leaves off camera, and now I'm doing a little dry fitting on the front panel so I know where I should put down the flowers. I decided to put the larger red flowers in the middle and 2 small flowers on each side, and then tuck in some leaves here and there to give a nice volume. I then use some foam tape to put on the flowers to give it a nice dimension, and use a dry adhesive tape runner to put on the leaves. And when I'm done arranging all the flowers and leaves, I'll go back with my Tim Holtz paper trimmer to trim off all the excess hanging off the edge. And when I was filming, I didn't notice that the flower on the left top corner kind of covered the S of the seasons a little too much. So I went back to move the flower to the left a little bit so the sentiment will show better. Now I'm using some Be Creative tape. This is a very strong dry adhesive to tape the whole panel onto an A2 size side folding note card that I created with some Nina Solar White 110 pounds cardstock. I then added some glossy accent on the center of each flowers to add a little shine and dimension, and then our card is all finished. Here I have a bonus card for today's design. Everything else is the same, but for the detailed layer of the flowers and leaves, instead of stamp it with the darker color ink, I stamped it with Versamark ink and then added some perfect pearls to give it a little shine. I will also be featuring this technique in my next video with a more watercolor look, so stay tuned. For the sentiment, I gold heat embossed the sentiment Love, Hope, and Joy from the same Simon Says Stamp Big Scripty Holiday Greetings stamp set. And I die cut a circle window out of the front panel and add some fun foam at the back to give a little dimension. Thank you for watching me today. I hope you like these two holidays cards featuring some shimmer red cardstock and some pretty poinsettia flowers. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe my channel for more card making tutorials. You can also head over to my blog for more information. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Until next time, happy crafting! Bye!